Good morning, monster. How are you doing today? Exhausted? That is a freaking feeling and a half. There we go. Still working on self promos. I'm almost done. There we go. And then one more on Facebook, and we're good to go. I know this isn't my usual day to stream, but schedule has been very, very funky. And I haven't been able to sit down and focus on streams. Right, there we go. It doesn't look too bad. It's a little dark right now. See if I can change the brightness to a different color. Yeah, let me see which is brighter. Yellow makes everything green. That kind of whitewashes me a little bit. About the right side. Oh, it's like day and night. Too much white, not enough white. There we go. That's a little better. There we go. I figured I would treat everybody a little bit with the Valentine's Day stream. Been a while since we streamed, and I feel like I owe you guys this chance to kind of sit around and have fun and just do some chatting. But yeah, it's been a crazy week, and it's going to be even crazier next week. I don't think I'm going to be able to stream next week either because I got to be at work around 9 in the morning. I got to leave here around 9, get to the office by 10 a.m. Classes start at 10:30. So, scheduling's a bit tight. Um, Basically, what's happening is there's a special program at my English private school, and uh, I've been recruited to basically do a special program for speaking debates and whatnot. So I got to help the students basically try to perfect their casual conversation skills by using debate as a way to get them to exercise critical thinking and speech patterns. So, yay. But it's not that bad. But yeah, it's pretty good. Other updates: the world is crazier than usual. More crazy, I should say. The political stagnation here is just about the same as we talked about last time. The president is still under investigation, and he's been going to in and out of court for his martial law craziness. He's not in for insurrection anymore, but yeah, it's a little crazy. Um, the craziest thing in the news lately is that a an elementary school student was unfortunately took the wrath of a mentally disturbed teacher, and yeah, the 8-year-old student didn't make it. Um, the teacher had some quote unquote self inflicted wounds. It was probably an attempt, but they're not exactly sure what happened. But there are people protesting about protecting children in schools, as well as trying to emphasize greater importance on mental health, which is a shot in the right direction, not gonna lie. But this should have been done a long time ago. Um, yeah, anyways, that's most of the updates. Until a few more people come around, I've got some special gifts for people. But we'll see. I don't know how long stream will be today. I'm still not mentally put all back together yet. My family suffered a pretty hard blow in the family, and we lost a really great family friend of ours just recently, and we've known them for a hell of a long time. So I'm still not quite through the grieving process yet of all of that. But yeah, thank you for being patient, and I apologize for not streaming as often as I used to, but I'm still trying to juggle everything all at once and trying to put everything in in a queue of things I need to do. I've got a crap ton to do this month and into next month. I got the doctor's appointment in 2 weeks. I got to mentally and physically prepare for. It's another possibility that I'm gonna take a look inside again and see if I need a biopsy. If the quote unquote polyp or cyst like thing that's inside me has grown or not. Um, I also finished the audio recordings for the first published book. I got to work on wrapping up the second book for the sequel for the first book. Then after the doctor's appointment, depending on whether I need surgery or not, I got to start planning out the trip this year if I'm in fact able to go. There's a lot to do. So I'm just going to take one thing at a time and one step at a time and kind of go from there. Um, yeah, there's just so much to do. And I'm kind of crushing under the pressure of everything right now. So, again, I'm taking one thing at a time so I don't feel so overwhelmed. Because the overwhelming feeling, that's on me. I need to learn how to moderate things and take things one thing at a time. Um, but yeah, hope everybody is having at least a decent Valentine's Day. It was a bit rough for me yesterday, but I managed to get through it without slapping people. I managed to get through it without exploding at people. And I managed to swallow all that anger and frustration. It's a very hard pill to swallow, not gonna lie. Because there are just some people in this life, I don't condone violence, but there's some people in this life that really need to be backhanded. They really do. Let's see here. I can exit out of that now. The bot's working, so that's good. Um, let's see. Okay. I've got like a lot of massive updates since I hadn't really been on the computer much. I've got like a huge queue of games to update. Some patches that need to be updated. Um so my first gift to you guys is I have a hey Death. I have a queue of, I guess for the sake of better term, nostalgic games that I hadn't played in decades, 2 decades at most. And I think playing a couple of these games will bring back a lot of good memories. So I'm really looking forward to it. I am not pink, I'm red. Red. This is red. This is like Ariel color red. The hell do you get pink from? I would never willingly wear pink. But no, happy V Day, guys. That's a lot of spanking already. Um, some things are going to change for both stream and for Discord. I'm going to slowly purge my Discord and upgrade it. Don't discriminate against my color vision. I know, Pickles, I'm just pulling your leg. I don't have anything else to pull right now. Um, Colors are a bit off. I don't have the perfect Jessica Rabbit outfit. I don't have purple gloves. So, and I don't necessarily have the curvatures that she has. And hey, Gold, how you doing? Um, but yeah, there'll be a lot of changes happening over time this year. Um, Scheduling is going to change for streaming. I need to rebalance my time. And I need to refocus back onto why I became a streamer. There was a wall that I had that kind of broke. And I'm trying to piece it back together, but not in the same way it was before. So basically, that euphemism means that my attitude towards catering to people has changed. Had my last heartbreak. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of getting hurt. Tired of being disappointed. So I am basically just going to change my entire outlook on how I see certain people in general and just kind of flush out the trash and the toxicity and basically try to mend my mental health and focus on the people that actually matter. So, with that in mind, again, lots of changes are going to be happening. Different roles are going to be put into place. Different security settings are going to be put into place. And I don't know what else to say about that, but shame on the people who disappointed me once again. But enough about that. Um, Over the week, we saw some new games come out. I am so looking forward to the Digimon game. That seemed to be the only thing that's of interest. Kingdom Hearts 4 is kinda sort of on its way, but I don't honestly think it'll be released this year. I think 2026 or 2027 is their target time, maybe? I don't know. But I'm kind of glad that they're taking their time with this because we don't want another Kingdom Hearts 3. Because a lot of people like me who are OG fans of the original Kingdom Hearts franchise were heavily disappointed in how Kingdom Hearts 3 turned out. I'm currently replaying Kingdom Hearts 3 right now and filling in the gaps. I kind of sort of understand the timeline now, as convoluted as it is, but I do understand it now. I understand what Xanhort was trying to do, and I understand what Zemnis in Organization 13, what their whole purpose was. So it's starting to, my gaps in my memories and stuff are starting to fill, which is kind of nice because now I can fully understand the story and what the whole purpose was to begin with. Um, oh yeah, on top of other projects, I have 3 stories I'm currently working on right now. Plus another one as a gift for the birthday this month. So yeah. As for the 1 year celebration anniversary for our YouTube community here, it might have to be pushed into March. It depends on how the last week of February goes and when, in fact, if I have to have surgery anytime soon. I don't know how soon they'll be able to schedule it for me if, in fact, I do need one. So we are going to play this heavily by ear. But we do have a podcast coming up. That date is not going to change. It is set in stone. So basically, it'll be next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend. So it'll be my Saturday, your Sunday. Or, sorry, your Saturday, my Sunday. Okay. And it is in the podcast channel in the Discord, along with Pickles' comment. So please do check that out if you are interested. Essentially, that podcast is going to be the first podcast of the year, and we're going to discuss the burning questions you have about basically us or anybody in general that you are curious about. So, let me see here. Where is. Oh, there we go. So the topic is curious questions and comments about things people are too shy or nervous or grossed out to talk about. So you know those like little TikTok videos and Instagram videos are like, hey, let's confuse the men, or hey, let's confuse the women. And people do the things that are like kind of like gender specific that maybe the other gender don't know about. It's kind of like that, but it's a general topic. So the umbrella is basically just general burning questions that you have that maybe Google doesn't necessarily give you the right answer that you're looking for. Or maybe you're wanting answers that are based on experience rather than just what Google spits out. So there are some rules posted about it. So if you're comfortable enough to ask the questions in the live chat on YouTube, you're more than welcome to just type it out. If you're unsure of the question, if it's not quite appropriate or it might be towing the line of TOS, you can just DM me and I can reword the statement or the question if necessary. If you are shy or nervous or want to be anonymous, you're more than welcome to message me in the Discord and mention that you want to remain anonymous as I answer the question, or anybody else on the panel to answer the question. So there is a disclaimer that this podcast is intended to educate in a humorous and healthy way. There is no ill will or intentions. The stream and community is a safe place for people to relax and have fun. So don't try to take it too seriously. It's just something I think would be interesting to kind of spark some interest in the community and get more people to engage in, answering questions or offering questions or suggestions. Yeah, that'll be next weekend. So make sure you save the date. And if you're interested in joining me in the panel, in the voice chat, in the Discord, you're more than welcome to hop on in, give your 2 cents to any of the questions that are being answered. Yeah, just let me know. And if you can't reach out to me, or if you don't want to ask me the certain question, you're more than welcome to ask any of my moderators or anybody else in the community that you think might be the appropriate one to ask the question to. It's pretty simple basic rules. And I try to offer as many different ways for people to be comfortable enough to be able to ask basically anything that they're curious about. Just remember that we do have to abide by TOS, so there's a certain way that you might have to delicately ask some questions that might hit some trigger words or whatever. So other than that, it's basically just free range questions to ask to your heart's content, whatever you're curious about. But yeah, how is everybody doing, by the way? Sorry, I forgot to ask. It's been a hot minute since we streamed. I think after next week, it'll go back to normal scheduling. So after, I could probably come back. Jesus. Probably the 25th after today. About 10 days from now. Because next week I have all the morning classes from the 17th until the 21st. Hey Jay, how you doing? And what's with the hesitation with the hello? Why are you coming in all meek? I thought you weren't a bottom. Why are you bringing in bottom energy, boy? I kind of like this color on me, I'm not gonna lie. Granted, I would like the red to be a little bit darker, because of the way the light shines, it could be pink to some of y'all. But I do like this color. I can see why redheads are very attractive. It's not, oh my god, it's not pink. The words below me are pink. This is red. It's just the color of the light, I think. Hold on. Let me see if I can change something here. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh. Well, red makes it look pink. I guess it's just the way my webcam is picking up the color. That makes it even worse. Never mind. But it's glad to see you're doing good. Happy Valentine's Day. But yeah, now that I have y'all here, I have a gift for y'all. We're gonna have to do this by vote, okay? So, I am willing to give you all one free punishment redemption. Now you have two choices. You can either do the Wheel of Sauce, or you could do the D20. So if you're curious as to what the punishments are, hit exclamation point D20 and exclamation point WOS. And that will tell you exactly what the punishments are. If Nightbot will work, that is. There we go. I believe both of that is D20. The numbers look similar. There we go. And that'll bring up a document that you can view that has all the punishments on it because there's a word limit on the commands for everything. So, to give out as much detail as possible for the redeems that's offered. All right, let's see. Can I do a poll here? I wonder. I don't know. Can we do polls on live chats? Oh, yes, I can. Sweet. Okay. 3. Punishment redeem. So number 1 will be D20. Number 2 will be Wheel of Sus. Okay. Okay. There you go. It is up now. Please vote. Wow, you guys are going hardcore on the D20 right now at 100%. It looks like D20 it is. I'll wait a couple more. So make sure you take a look at the poll and pick which punishment you guys want. Hold on. Okay, got 3 votes for D20. D20 it is. Ending poll now. Okay. Love off this. All right, let me pull up the D20 here. You feel like everyone was on the same train of thought? Seems like it. All right. And your lucky number today is 2. Ugh. Oh, God. Almost a crit 1. So number 2 is calling everybody in chat master, daddy, or mommy. That is what you were manifesting? Oh, boy. All right. For the boys in the chat, would you prefer me to call you master or daddy? Can I get a reroll? Can't believe I almost got a crit. That would have been dangerous. Y'all getting a wish? I didn't think about this before I implemented this. Sheesh. I definitely didn't, Jay. That hurt deep inside me. That really hurt. Whatever dignity I had left was gone. Actually, it's been gone, I should say. Hey, Seb. Hi, Pika. You know what? I'll just call you guys Goshushin sama from now on. For the rest of the stream, at least. So I gave everybody a free punishment redemption, and we rolled a crit 2, which I have to call everybody in the chat master, daddy, or mommy. I guess to simplify it on my terms, I will just call everybody Goshushin sama, which is the same thing as master in Japanese. How is everybody doing? Happy V-Day. Did anybody get any chocolate or any Valentine's Day cards? You're good. That's good to hear. I got 2 pieces of chocolate from students yesterday. And then I bought myself a really nice strawberry roll cake from the bakery in the mall. You're in bed, you got cramps? Oh, honey, I'm sorry. You bought Jay a tree? Why? So he could pee on it? All the bottoms came in? You were the first one to come in as a bottom monster. Sorry to say. And a chocolate pizza? Ooh, I bet that was amazing. I didn't get to eat too much chocolate. I do have a Kit Kat bar though that I'm going to eat today. You got a knitted dog plushie and Maltese. Nice, nice. Yum, 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 yum. I should have gotten myself some more chocolate yesterday. I was in such a mood. I was like, yeah, I'm just going home, straight home, not going to talk to anybody because I am grumpy. Whew, I was grumpy. You're anything but a bottom. That's what bottoms say. You got some candy from the family and we're getting dinner later? Ooh, what you getting for dinner? Do you know? Hold on, I gotta answer my phone. That is a cute tree, not gonna lie. Fair and responsible. That's cute. Just make sure Jay doesn't pee on it. Anyone know if bulldog ramen is actually Korean? It is. Bulldog ramen is one of the most popular and common ramens that you'll find here in Korea. It's considered the top spiciest ramens. There are different variations of bulldog ramen. But yeah, it's considered right alongside Shin ramen, which is also spicy. If you get I think the red cup. Reese's? Oh, they're pieces? Nah. That's subpar. Reese's peanut butter cups is the only Reese's that I accept. Being a bottom is great. The more you embrace it, the more you can please the tops. See, Jay knows his position. Gets Express, its local family owned Japanese place. Ooh, nice. I love my little tree. It's so cute, and you're deciding on what to name it. That's a tough one. I don't know many good names for trees or plants. I got myself strawberry cheesecake chocolate bar. Ooh, that's a good combination. I should have gotten myself some like chocolate alcohol too. I miss my mudslides. Sure, Monster. That's called denial, honey. I've been noticing a lot of people are in denial lately about things. It's okay. If you had to recommend the top Korean snacks to try, what would you suggest? Let's see. The best Korean snack street food, there are two of them for me. One is called hotdog. Hotdog is like a little pancake, but with honey and cinnamon inside. So it's kind of like a how do I even say that? Um, so it's like a bun, but it's flattened like a pancake, and then it usually has cinnamon and honey inside it, and it's one of the cheapest and easiest snacks that you can actually hand make at home too. It doesn't take much to cook it. Um, the second one is called dok, and that's basically if you like rice cakes. Dok is like mochi. It's a very soft, gelatinous rice on the outside. And inside, there's a variety of different kinds of fillings that you can put in. Some of them will have custard cream, some of them will have honey, some will have red bean paste, um, sesame seeds in it. But those are really good. So, hotdog and dok. So, those are really good. For candies, I would recommend Crunky. Crunky is like a Rice Krispie chocolate wafer. They're really good. Please do not paste my beans. But what if I wanted to paste your beans? It's nice and sticky and very malleable. Um, the best kind of, let's see, potato chips or like chips that they have here. I would go with the shrimp chips. Whose beans are sticky? Well, apparently Pickles's are sticky. By the way, you guys are more than welcome to join me in the VC if you want. I don't mind the company today. Um, but yeah, I will send you a list, Seb, right after stream, and I'll send you like the Korean and the English, so you'll be able to find it. Fava beans and creamy barbecue sauce. I don't think I've ever had fava beans before. I haven't had that many beans in my life. I find them they make me too gassy. The only one I used to like remembering as a kid was lima beans. I didn't have a problem with lima beans. But like baked beans and stuff like that, I'm like, nah, nah. They cause too much gas. I don't like things that mess up my indigestion. Or my digestion, I should say. That cause indigestion. This is why I don't really like spicy food, because that really messes up with your digestion. Granted, it clears you out, but if it's spicy going in, it's spicy coming out. You clearly haven't heard the saying about beans. You posted a picture of your dog plushie. Let me take a look at it. Oh, it's cute. It reminds me of Doug from Up. The big nose and the small eyes. It looks like Doug. I am happy. You are my master. You are my friend. 감사합니다. Oh. Did you type that out yourself or did you copy and paste that, Seb? You've never seen Up? Oh my God, Pika. We're going to add that to our watch list too. That's one of my favorite Disney Pixar movies. And especially, it's become relatable over the years. Because I can relate to Ellie in a way. But yeah, we will definitely add that to one of our watch lists for a movie night. Did you know how to write 감사합니다, Seb? Or did you copy and paste that? Because that's impressive. You may have enlisted the help of electronic device to help you copy and paste. I figured. I figured. But you knew exactly what to do for typing it out. Good job. Yeah, let me give you head pats. There you go. So how are my Goshushin samas today? Beans are good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you fart. The more you fart, the better you feel. So let's eat beans for every meal. Ugh, nope. I know gas is a natural part of the human bodily function, but it's already bad enough that dark sodas already make me burpy enough. I don't need to be farting so much from the other end. I'd rather just be burpy and not farty, if that makes any sense. I think it has to do something with my diaphragm. Might be a diaphragm issue. I don't know. Show the card. Ooh, you got him a card? Ooh, I'm curious. I want to see this. Especially something cute or interesting or dirty. Um, Speaking of dirty, oh, that's so cute. I love it. Oh, I like the design. It's really pretty. Inside of it. Can I read this out loud? Oh my god. Yes? Okay, so the inside of the card says, I love you even if you should come with a biological hazard warning. XOXO. I love it. My goodness. That's cute. Whoa. Oh, right. I need to turn off. How do I. Huh? Oh. Refresh? Yes, there we go. Okay. That's better. Now I can read it. Naughty bottoms that you are. You need to include yourself in that, monster. Stop being in denial so much about it. You know the saying, you are what you eat? Yeah. Can't stop looking at that dog, Pika. It's so damn cute. I love it. Yeah, keeping in denial, monster. It's okay. It's okay. Been counseling a lot of people who have been in denial a lot lately. You'll feel much more refreshed and better when you face all of the things that you've been trying to hide away. So you've been giving Morrowind to try again? Shit's rough. Oh, I bet it is. I've got Morrowind, but I have yet to touch it. His name is Boofy. And the little backstory. Oh, that's cute. Reminds me of the little beanie babies that used to come with their tags and their name, and some of them even had like a little backstory. I bet some of my beanie babies are worth a lot now. I need to check that out and get them maybe appraised. Some of them are in like top excellent condition, still in their box with the wrap. I need to check that out. Oh, it's getting cold. I should not be wearing this. Oh, it's an L. Oh, bool. Oh, okay. For some reason, it's showing. It looks like an F from here. Uh huh. Uh huh. It's not that hard to be on the bottom. 90% of Beanie Babies never went up its worth. I have the Princess Diana one. That's the number one. The vampire one, of course, I had to take it out of the box. There was no way I couldn't resist cuddling with the vampire teddy bear Beanie Baby. But the Princess Diana one is definitely one up there that's going to cost a lot. Um, I know she's not quite relevant anymore, but it's still a good one. Thank you, Gold. I appreciate that. Oh, the bucket fell at my feet. It was like something touched my foot. Oh, it's just a bucket. Uh huh. Booful. Gotcha. Thank you, Pika. It's hard to see through these thick ass bangs. Hey, Mary Faye. Happy Valentine's Day. How you doing, Queen? I know it's odd me streaming on a day like this, but I figured I would wanted to treat you guys for Valentine's Day. Hi, Leah. How you doing, Queen? Oh, they're going to go to Comic. All four are going to Comic Con this year. Oh my god, I'm jealous. I'm so freaking jealous. That's exciting. All freaking four. I've always wanted to meet Samwise Gamgee and be like, "We're taking the hobbits to Comic Con. We're taking the hobbits to Comic Con. To Comic Con. To Comic Con. We're taking the hobbits to Comic Con." I remember watching the clip of it where Peter Jackson was actually recording Legolas, actually saying that to copy the meme that he became. And they're doing a special night with all four. Guess who got a good ticket for it? Ooh. Girl, you're going to have fun. That is going to be such a fun panel to go to. I can only imagine the kind of chaos when those four get together. It's going to be so much fun. Ugh. The inner Lord of the Rings fan in me is like super envious. But you're going to have a lot of fun. Take a lot of pictures, take video if you can. Send me a little sneak peek. I hope that when I'm able to travel this year, maybe I'll be able to get the timing right to be able to go to a con or two. Maybe even Otakon, if the timing is right. Naughty little hobbitses. They chicks us. You're going to do only Hobbit stuff related at Comic Con? That is going to be awesome. Gonna have a great time. Are you going to cosplay as well, Mary Faye? I wish I could send you my ears. I have elf ears. It'd be perfect for you for doing an elf cosplay. You decided not to go, but then they announced it yesterday? Girl, the timing was perfect. Ooh, I'm getting cold. You've never cosplayed in your life? Girl, you should at least once. Get into the role a little bit. You can be a dwarf. You could be an elf. You could be human. You could be Urukai if you're brave enough. I think my next great cosplay that I would love to do if I ever went to a Comic Con, probably Nagzul. It'd be really cool to cosplay as a ring wraith. This is why I want a 3D printer. So I'm able to kind of mimic armor. It'd be really cool to do. But unfortunately, I don't have the space, nor do I have the tools necessary for that. No, girl, you're not a goblin. Tell that to my Goblin King Jareth. You be like, girl, you are one gorgeous goblin. And he'll turn you into a princess. If that offer still rings true, like the one he gave to Hoggle. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, shame on you, and you need to watch the movie The Labyrinth. It's my number one favorite movie of all time. Exactly, Jay. Good boy. Good job, Goshushin-sama. I keep forgetting I need to call y'all masters. You been Doc Brown themed to a model thing back in the school days? You love The Labyrinth? So do I. I can quote that movie forwards and backwards and upside down. Ugh. Became obsessed with it when I was a kid. Not for the reasons you think. Because remember, I was innocent, closeted, and not the person that you see today. It wasn't all about the bulge when I was a kid. Only when I became a teenager, after I hit puberty and the hormones started coming into play, then it was all about the bulge. But I already knew that the bulge was, in fact, a lie. Okay? I'm very well aware of the secret of the bulge. It was potpourri. For those of you who don't know the story, please check out the behind the scenes footage. The juggler of the crystal balls will tell you what exactly was hidden inside David Bowie's pants. A lot of people have told me you're not pretty, girl. A lot of people out there are fucking stupid, Mary Faye. I've been dealing with a lot of stupid people lately. Okay? There's a lot of stupid people out there who don't know what the shit they're talking about. You never ever need to take someone's opinion of yourself to heart. Because again, it's their problem, not a you problem. It's a them problem. So if somebody says you're ugly, that's a cry of envy, a cry of projection. A lot of people who bully, a lot of people who pull somebody down, they're projecting their problems onto you and making you the problem. But yes, Jay, there is in fact a secret to the bulge. The bulge was not in fact a bulge. It was a bag of potpourri, because apparently his crotch smelled. And the juggler who had to kneel behind him, usually his face was close to his crotch, and he was like, "Sir, I don't mean to insult you, but your crotch stinks." So he talked to Jim Henson and the director and the production crew, and he was like, how can we remedy this? So they tried various things, and it just didn't look right in his pants. It's like, you know what? How about a bag of potpourri? It'll add a little bit of a shape, but it will also help the smell. And they were like, all right, we got this. And thus, the bulge of David Bowie's The Goblin King Jareth was birthed. You're welcome. FYI. But for some of us, we keep the illusion in our hearts and in our libidos that that is not a bag of potpourri sitting there. It's a thing of magic, a thing of beauty. But come to realize that people of my generation and slightly younger, Jareth the Goblin King was a lot of our sexual awakening. Mine wasn't quite Jareth. Mine was a rock star named Gact. A narcissistic, egotistical, hot asshole of a Japanese rock star. He was my awakening. This was like junior, senior year of high school and up. I blame him for my high standards. But everything goes back to the Goblin King. May he rest in peace. Ever since he died, this whole world has gone to shit. He held the fabric of humanity together. But yeah, I am going to do one, maybe two fan fiction stories. Let's see. Boop. Let's go here. Where is that? This one. Yeah. Here we go. Uh-huh. What kind of craziness are we going to get into today? Alrighty. We'll use my first name this time. I am female, as far as I remember. Alright, class. What is my superpower? Do I have enough water in here? That didn't go as planned. A little wet. Trying not to mess up the lipstick. Oh, that's cold. There we go. Horniness. That's a superpower? You have the ability to use the size of my mouth to eat your enemies. Wow. So I can dislocate my jaw and eat my enemies. It just appear out of the ground like your pet. Alright, what's my hobby? Hobby. Gobble them all up. Gobble. Nom. Speaking of nom, I'm hungry. I should eat today. But I will do that after stream. Playing with tentacles. Wow, y'all are really attacking me today. Okay. Alright, what's my hometown? Damn. I feel called out. I hadn't done anything to you guys yet. My goodness. My Goshushin samas today are very evil. The hell did I do? Actually, I know what I could be sucking on right now. Cinnamon candy. Okay, so let's do the Goblin Castle and Hornyville. My sidekicks. Who wants to be female sidekick 1? Leah. Leah, sorry. Pika will be psychic 2. Alright. Thank you for the bless yous. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Alright, males. Let's put in Jay and Death. All right, villain, monster. All right. What is going to be my item of desire? What is the one thing that I treasure the most? Wow. A dildo. Okay. Bad dragon. Dildo. Wow. You know what? Since you popped up with that, Seb, you are going to be the author. You're going to be the one responsible for whatever chaos is about to unfold. Alrighty. That's a short one. Misa don't like that one. No. Oh, no, no, no. We are not doing that one either. That's a no. Damn, Leah. You're like in everybody's relationship. What's wrong with that one? Seb being straight. Why are these? Oh no, I broke it. Hold on a second. Okay. The Secret of the Teddy Bear by Seb. All right, let's do dial 2. So it's Valentine's Day. We'll do hearts. Okay. Hold on. Let me finish sucking on this candy before we start. I don't like to really read with my mouth full. What do you mean, Leah? Sorry, I didn't realize my microphone picked up all the crunches. I can only have one. Oh, what you said about me being in everyone's relationships? Yeah, apparently you're very lustful, Leah. Okay. Note, in this true story, the characters are showing as their real selves. I have not censored it like the mainstream stories. Today was the day of the big playing with tentacles contest. The World Championship. Unicorn Crystal and Ghost J had made it to the final after an intensive competition, Which unicorn crystal won easily? I'm apparently a unicorn. I am really proud of you, Unicorn Crystal. You were amazing, said Ultimate Leah. You too, Ghost J. You were so reasonable. Gosh, thanks, Ultimate Leah, said Ghost J. Unicorn Crystal was still practicing playing with tentacles as they walked along. They were taking a tour of the playing with tentacles in arena to prepare for the big day tomorrow. Oh, look who it is. It's the pathetic Unicorn Crystal and her pathetic friends. You're all pathetic. It was Emo Monster. What are you doing here, Emo Monster? Unicorn Crystal said gruffly. Why, I am here for the contest. La? Said Ghost J and Ultimate Leah. Hey, YY, how you doing? Yes, I am taking part. I am going to win the World Playing with Tentacles medal, and there's nothing you people, pathetic people, can do to stop me. With that, Emo Monster marched off. Emo Monster is taking part of the contest. I didn't know he even did it. He didn't. He must have learned over the summer, said Unicorn Crystal. But why? She then queried quizzically. I don't know, said Ghost J ignorantly. He didn't know Unicorn Crystal was asking a rectangular question. Oh, honey, it's a wig. I would never dye my hair this red because it turns pink. No way. I guess we'll find out about tomorrow. With that, they all went back to their rooms in the arena's hotel. Fade out. We now turn out headlights the full beam in order to gaze forward through the mists of time. The light from them reflects off, not a deer, but a scene 10 years from now, 1 decade into the future. Leah enters the scene, but what's this? Death is there too. Do you remember that thing that happened 10 years ago? The one thing that seemed like it would split us apart forever, but instead brought us closer than ever? That brought us to each other? The time with the bad dragon dildo? Oh, Leah! It was really pretty, YY. I liked it. It was really pretty. I, Leah, honey. You playing with the bad dragon? Yes. Oh, yes, right. It's hard to believe what happened, isn't it? What happened and what led to. Yes, my sweetness, said Death, giving Leah a special kiss. What kind of kiss is that? Now that I have remembered it again, I will never forget it. It was pretty life changing. I bet it was. Oh, Leah, honey. You were playing with a bad dragon dildo with Death. My goodness. So we now dim our headlights and reverse drive back into the present. The mists closing back around the future and the camera of our mind drawing back to the world we know as of the now. The next day, Unicorn Crystal was nervous. She was good at playing with tentacles. Some would say the best. But was she really the best? The best at playing with tentacles on Hornyville? Unicorn Crystal was about to find out as soon as the contest started. You don't need no toy? Apparently you do. Unicorn Crystal thought back to a few years ago. Happy times before all the troubles with Emo Monster really got bad. Breaking out of her deep thoughts, Unicorn Crystal decided to go to the arena early, perhaps do a few laps as a warm-up. Unicorn Crystal casually strolled to the arena while practicing playing with tentacles. As Unicorn Crystal walked out, she was surprised to see Emo Monster already there. Emo Monster was clearly up to something. Unicorn Crystal had to find out what it was. What are you up to, Emo Monster? Yelled Unicorn Crystal. You will never find out, yelled Emo Monster, who wanted to keep his plan a secret. Frustrated, Unicorn Crystal started practicing playing with tentacles, never taking her eye off of emo monster as she did so. Ghost Jay joined them a few minutes later. Hi, Unicorn Crystal, he said with a sexy wink. And hello, emo monster, with an even more sexy wink. Oh my. You playing both of us, Jay? Is that what you're doing? Yes, hello, Ghost Jay. Good to see you're in the contest too. For now. Before Ghost Jay could hear what Villain had said, it was time to start. They walked to the start line and bent down and ready. Author's note, but not for that. You have a really dirty mind. The crowd was getting big. Many fans had banners saying stuff like, Go Unicorn Crystal, go Unicorn Crystal, go Unicorn Crystal, or Go, 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 emo monster, you're the best. The starter pulled out their throwing knives and got ready to fire. Ghost Jay, emo monster, and Unicorn Crystal all waited with anticipation. 3. Ghost Jay started breathing heavily. 2. Emo monster tensed, ready to go. 1. Unicorn Crystal's skin glowed sexily with excitement. 0. Bang! The starter fired the throwing knives at Ghost Jay. Ghost Jay collapsed instantly. Elmo Monster started playing with Tentacle Sing, laughing maniacally as he did so. Unicorn Crystal was in shock and raced over to Ghost Jay. He shot you. But why? Ow. I am shot bad. The starter stared at their weapon. I didn't mean to. My throwing knives acted weird. Unicorn Crystal looked at the throwing knives. Yes, this throwing knives clearly has been sabotaged to shoot at Ghost Jay. Typical, said Ghost Jay. What now? Said Unicorn Crystal. You have to go on, Ghost Jay said, still bleeding. But that just then, the klaxon went off. It was halftime. Klaxon. What the hell's a klaxon? Meanwhile, back into the future, Leah and Death were enjoying each other. Oh my. As the narrator, I would respect their privacy and not specify how. Let's just say it involved pink oboes. And I told you, Leah. Oh, the loud horn sign. Okay, got it. It is certainly clear that they were close, not just metaphorically, but physically with their bodies as well. Death was distracted, though, thinking back to the past. We join him in his mid-assault with a friendly weapon flashback, a flashback to our story in the present. Back at the locker room, Ultimate Leah and Unicorn Crystal were talking. Ghost Jay had been taken to the hospital. How are you ever going to catch up? Said Ultimate Leah. Emo Monster was leading when halftime went. Unicorn Crystal's time spent seeing to Ghost Jay had cost her the lead. It's not important, said Unicorn Crystal. What's important is I know why Emo Monster wants to win the world championship playing with Tentaclism contest. It's the prize. Who? Said Ultimate Leah. I did some research, and it's really the bad dragon dildo. If he wants to win the contest, they will give it to him, and there'll be nothing we can do to stop him. Oh my god. He also said he was the one that sabotaged the poor Ghost Jay. Poor Ghost Jay. Yes, poor Ghost Jay. The contest doesn't matter anymore. We must get that bad dragon dildo by winning the contest. But how? How are we going to win? I have a plan, said Unicorn Crystal. He does. Just then the horn sounded. Halftime was over, and the final part of the Playing with Tentaclism contest had begun. And now, with that, we once again turn our head brains to the future, stepping forward down the road of time and walking for 10 years until we get to the place in time, which this takes place. Leah and Death were just finishing. Out of respect for their privacy, I will not specify what they were just finishing. Arg, that was good sex, said Death. Yes, it was, said Leah. You seemed a little distracted near the end, though, not your normal energetic self. Yeah, sorry about that. I was thinking back to a decade ago when I first realized my feelings for you, even though I didn't know it at the time. It's opened my eyes to what felt like all along. The missing jigsaw piece to my heart, which you were the key to unlock. Oh, I bet he had the key to unlock you. And our love grew together from that moment to blossom into the great tree that it is today. I love you, Leah, my irresistibleness. I love you too, Death, my better half. Ew, woo. And they smiled the smile of lovers at each other as we fade out into the sunset. A dramaticness fell over the arena as they re entered. This was it. The final. This was when playing with tentaclesing, also known as the sport of kings, would have its champion. In the corner, Unicorn Crystal standing up for the rights of good and believing in bunnies. In the other corner, Emo Monster addicted to destruction and vampire bats. That's about right. The crowd cheered for Emo Monster. Why are they cheering his? Asked Ultimate Leah questioningly. His rugged good looks, probably? Yeah, that must be it. Don't worry, I am sure Emo Monster will show their true colors soon. The next time Emo Monster murders someone in the public will be on my side again. Oh, that's why I love you, Unicorn Crystal. You always see the bright side of things. Did you switch sides again, Leah? You were with Death, now you're with me? What's going on here? Okay, the contest is about to start. Good luck, my love. Oh, yeah, you did change sides. And with that, Unicorn Crystal and Emo Monster got started playing with their tentaclesing again. Unicorn Crystal caught up with Emo Monster really easily because she was just better. The crowd was holding their seats with tension. However, as that moment, Unicorn Crystal and Emo Monster went behind a pillar, no one could see them. They were completely hidden. Unexpectedly, Emo Monster stopped playing with tentaclesing and punched Unicorn Crystal in the chest. How dare ye punch me in the boobs? How dare ye? What? Ouch, said Unicorn Crystal, shocked. Emo Monster then kicked Unicorn Crystal while they were down. Ouch! What are you doing this, bro? I'm kidding. Second win, of course. Unicorn Crystal didn't fight back because punching and kicking is against the rules of the Playing with Tentacles contest. Ha, 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 said Emo Monster. He gave Unicorn Crystal an extra punch kick and then ran off, playing with the tentaclesing at the same time. As Emo Monster became visible to the crowd again, there were cheers. Erg, said Crystal Unicorn. They still love him, but they don't know the truth. They don't know how horrible Emo Monster is. Not like me. But I can't let him win. I must win somehow. Unicorn Crystal struggled out back into the light again, still expertly playing with tentacles, despite being injured. Unicorn Crystal carried on bravely, but ultimately Leah could see something was wrong. Doing some playing with tentaclesing herself, she could enter the arena without breaking the rules. Ultimately, Leah went up to Unicorn Crystal. What's the matter, love? Emo Monster kicked and punched and hurt me when we were out of sight. But that's against the rules. I know. Oh no. What is it, my love? Said Unicorn Crystal. You're almost about to reach another blind spot. He could do this to you again. And I can't even fight back because it's against the rules. I know he could, Ultimate Leah whispered something to Unicorn Crystal. Yes, but afterwards, to solve this problem, we could. Unicorn Crystal whispered something back to her. Yes, you're right. That's better. Let's do that. As they went into the hidden spot, Unicorn Crystal was quickly beaten up again by Emo Monster. Unicorn Crystal was in pain. Like always, this meant her plan was working. Why are you grinning? Said Emo Monster, who was grinning up to the point he saw Unicorn Crystal grinning. Now he wasn't grinning. Look behind you. Emo Monster turned around and saw the contest judge, Junior Pika. We saw you cheat. Yeah, you broke the rules and they saw you. I didn't know it was against the rules. Ignorance is no excuse. You're disqualified. Emo Monster was taken away to the Playing with Tentacles Inc. Arena jail. Unicorn Crystal wins by default. The crowd cheered, now on her side. The other contestants who were competing cheered because Unicorn Crystal was clearly the best. Everyone else cheered. Unicorn Crystal then accepted the trophy and took it home. It was then kept next on the it was kept safe on the shelf next to their other trophies. The end. That was kind of anticlimactic, don't you think? Leah, honey, you have got to stop getting it. There was nothing about a teddy bear either in here. Seb, were you drunk? Did you die? I don't know. I have no idea if you died or not. Leah, you get yourself into some interesting. Hold on, there's something going on here. Try this again. You get yourself in some interesting positions. Not only were you playing with a bad dragon with death, you switched sides and you became my love interest. You clearly killed Jay. Well, we did send him off to the hospital, but there wasn't any mention of him dying. Seb wrote a story and kills me off first. I know, right? See, blame him. It's his fault. I think he was drunk. Leave me alone. Uh-huh, Leah. Alrighty. Let's do a different story. You popped up in the end? Yes. Well, Pika, to make up for that, you are going to be our hero this time. How about that? How about them apples? Pika, what's your superpower? You're traumatized. Imagine death. He's the one who's traumatized. He gave you the bad dragon. Oh, goodness. Bonking? Okay. And your hobby? It's okay, Leah. That just means you get a lot of love. A lot of loving. Sausage eating. Yeah, okay. We'll censor it that way. About how sausage sucking. All right, hometown. Let's do. Oh goodness. Uh, do Hornyville for you for that one. And the home world. Instead of Neptune. Cheeky Town? Okay. Spankville? Okay. There you go. All right. I will be female psychic one. All right, Pika. Who do you want in your story? Who would you like to torture? Wow, Jay, calling me out in the out of context channel. I see you. Death? Okay. Oops, if I can spell that is. There we go. All right, two others. Give me one more male, one more female. You know what? We haven't put Pickles in here yet. Do you want Pickles as a second male? Leah and Jay? Okay. Sorry, Leah. We'll make Pickles the author. How about that? Who do you want you to be the villain? Who's gonna be your antagonist? Oops. Pickles the villain. Ooh. Okay. All right. What's your object of desire? What's your most precious item? Golden Willie. Gotcha. All right. And who is going to be the author of this craziness? Who are we going to blame for this disaster? Monster? Gotcha. Pew, 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 meow, meow. Nah. Give me something good. Come on, generator. All right, we'll do this one too. It's like, it does need to be bigger. All right, we'll do this one and then another one because this one's pretty short. Okay. Pika versus Pickles. The fight continues by Monster. This, and we will do. Let's see. From what I saw, we're gonna need some kiss marks because this is gonna be one kinky story. All right. Crystal was taking a shower this hot day. She was naked, enjoying the water dripping over her wet, naked body. She was washing the blood off of her body from the recent monsters she had just killed. The water smoothly rolled over her firm breasts. The blood dripped off like whipped cream in the ocean. The water dripping down her field of dreams. What the hell? Ow, ow, she said from the pleasure. She had just finished doing humping using a leaf blower. She was dreaming of Pika's manly lance pulsing inside her. Earlier that day, she found out Pika's little secret she kept between her legs. What the hell? I, I, Pika. Pika. So that's what your secret was. Okay. Okay. So you call it the leaf blower. Okay. Then suddenly, Pika walked in. Sorry, I have to interrupt you, naked in the shower. But we must go. What? I'm taking a shower. I'm naked. Can't you see that? Yes, I can see that you are naked in the shower, Pika said. But we must go. Pickles is back. What? Not Pickles. She punched the showerhead out of anger. I'm sorry, showerhead. Yes. Oh. Crystal got out of the shower and put some clothes on her hot steaming naked body. After she was no longer naked, they left to defeat Pickles. Along the way, they ran into Death, who joined them on their quest. I will join you on your quest to defeat Pickles, said Death. Thanks for joining us on our quest, said Pika. Yes, we need your help to defeat Pickles, said Crystal. So Crystal, Pika, and now Death left by hot air balloon for the epic quest to defeat Pickles. We now turn our headlights to full beam in order to gaze forward through the mists of time. 10 years from now, 1 decade into the future, Pika enters the scene. Pika, you're it's supposed to be who is that? Apparently you're having sex with yourself, Pika. Okay. Pika enters the scene. But what's this? Pika is there too. There's two Pikas. Pika, did you clone yourself? I think you cloned yourself. Do you remember that thing that happened 10 years ago? The one that seemed like it would split us apart forever, but instead brought us closer to than ever? The thing that brought us to each other? The time with the golden willy? Yes. Oh, yes, right. It's hard to believe what happened, isn't it? What happened and what led to. Yes, my sweetness, said Pika, giving Pika a special kiss. Wow. You really did clone yourself. You took the term fuck yourself quite literally, didn't you? Let's see. So now we are the current time. You know, I think Pickle's nephew would be better bustier, don't you think? Said Crystal. Don't know. You see, he is smarter than some G strings, replied Pika. True. What are you talking about? Said Pika, and they all laughed. Because they knew Pika would kill them if they didn't. Meanwhile, back in the future, Pika and Pika were enjoying each other. As the narrator, I will respect their privacy and not specify how. Let's just say it involved dragons. It was clear they were close, not just metaphorically, but physically. Pika and Pika were just finishing. That was really good sex, said Pika. Yes, yes, it was. You were distracted. I love you. I love you too. And they smiled. And Pika met Pickles and she said, oh my gosh, you look big and scary. Pickles laughed. I come here to kill you now, but now I know I can't. You're going to kill me, aren't you? No, why should I? You're a werewolf, like me. Look deep into your heart, you know it to be true. Pika looked deep into her soul and saw the truth. She was one. She was on the wrong side all along. She left who she wrongly thought were her friends and joined his true family, and so they lived happily ever after as werewolves, doing lots of sex. that that was a lot to take in. Okay, we already did this. Give me something new. Come on. Randomize. Said that was something, all right. But it was true to Pika's character. Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll do this one. Curse of the Golden Willy. Let's do stains. I don't think it even wrote you in. You can't curse the Willy. Well, you might be in this one this time. Who knows? All right, author's note. I saw so many stories with this subject, so I tried one myself. I hope you like it. Read and review. Don't forget to like me on Facebook. Pika had been fighting Pickles' troops all night. She had made quite a mess. Pika was rescuing some bunch of flowers. Suddenly, she bumped into Jay. Whoa, I didn't expect to see you here at your house. Yes, I come here every Friday. Suddenly, there was a slow, creepy, scary noise. He put his sex in her sex and they had sex. That's. That escalated really quickly. Jay, you asked. The universe was like, you shall receive. They stared deeply and lovingly at each other, but they had bumped into a deep, dark, scary hole. No, no, I have been damaged, said Pika. I believe Pickles is behind this. I deduced as much myself, did I? He is behind, and a mega evil scheme to dominate our town. How? By finding a powerful gherkins of doom and firing it at us. Can we stop him? Yes, by finding the Barbie doll of Satan. Where? In a magical island hidden in the mountains of bunny rabbits opposite the amulet of hell. Come now, hero. We must find and seek our quest to do. Indeed, thee must hasten to Hawk yonder. And with that, they left. But before everyone got themselves ready to go after Pickles, there was one thing Death wanted to take care of. He had to introduce Crystal to his parents. Dun, dun, dun. Usually I'm parent approved. I get the stamp pretty easily. So I'm not worried. He should be, though. Death had been thinking for it for a long time. His parents are the worst. Uppity, pathetic, and sexist. So they wanted you gay. Got it. But Death had told them that he finally got engaged, that he would introduce Crystal to the family before they would make it official. Death said while fishing. Ooh, I had to. My brain. My brain did not read that as fishing at first. I need to. I need a drink. I can handle it, Crystal said while sitting naked next to Death while stroking his flesh tower. This is even worse. What? I I oh my god. It's just escalated and it got worse. Oh my god. I can't. You don't know my parents, Death said. I know, but if they created you, then they can't be that bad. Crystal spoke wisely. I know, but it's still ugh. Oh my goodness. My time here, it started with Nuna on her knees, and now I hear she's stroking Death. Yeah, his flush tower, apparently, is what we're calling it. We'll just go there and I'll impress them, Crystal said manly, and then boned Death hard in the goose. What the hell? I think we shifted genders here for a second. Because now apparently you have a coos. Oh my goodness. Her finesse and strong muscles impressed Death a lot. He doubted that he could show that to his parents. Then Death snuggled deeper into Crystal's arms. He felt safe there. Death knew that whatever would happen, Crystal would protect him. Apparently, I do have a strap on. The day of the dinner had come. Death and Crystal took a steam train to his parents. Then they came into the dining room and the table had been already laid out. Ah, you finally arrived, Death's mom said as she looked at Crystal. You're late. It wasn't her fault. Oh, it wasn't his fault, Crystal said, always as protective of Death as she was. It was the weather. Steam train, what year is this? Sure, Mom said as she went back to the kitchen. Wow, Death said. She didn't even shake her hand. Oh well, Crystal said manly. Oh gosh, that nonchalant way. Exactly the reason why Death had fallen in love with her. Death was busy swooning over his fiancée when his dad came in. Boy, Dad said, and then stared at Crystal. Crystal shook his hand politely. Ah, you're here too, Dad said to Death. Oof. Help your mother out. It's time that the men have a conversation. Why are we switching genders? I'm confused. I'm a man now. Ugh, Death said and went into the kitchen. Then Death's mother made him do all sorts of annoying, useless jobs. After all, as Mom said, people like them were inherently used to these sort of things. Then dinner came. Death was told to take the food in while Mom and Dad had already sat down. Death wasn't even allowed to see where Crystal went off to. Just before he carried in the first plate of food, he felt something weird, like a crosswire went down his back, tingling all the way down. Something was off, but Death was still too annoyed with his parents. Then Death carried in the meal, but no one was there. Instead, at the end of the table, Pickles sat. Pickles laughed at him. My, that apron looks lovely on you. Author's note, Death was wearing just an apron. I'm floored. Death threw down the meal and flexed his muscles. Oh, he'd been waiting for this moment. Not only was Pickles going to feel the fullest extent of Death's righteous fury, Death could also unleash his frustration with his parents. He threw the dish at Pickles like a disco, but as soon as it hit his arch nemesis, it turned out it was a hologram. If you want to see your parents again, Pickles said, come to my hangar. Death felt conflicted. On one hand, Death hated his parents. On the other, he still needed them for the wedding. Crystal came in and said, we should save your parents. But Death said. No, we should. I talked to your dad, and he really does love you. This is a fan fiction randomized generator, Velveteen. All right, fine. But they knew the battle was going to be fierce. And when they saw the armies of Pickles embezzling before them, they had to gather the courage to go forth. For God, Pika yelled. For science, Death said. For Loop. Crystal interjected loudly, not ejaculated. And then they all attacked. And it was a fine spectacle to behold. Author's note, ooh, and they're doing such cool things like bam and zoof and pow. And then, just when our heroes could not take it anymore, they defeated Pickles. The end. That was a trip. Well, Pika, now you can name one of your willies Flesh Tower. You're welcome. I will never look at a Willy the same way ever again after being called a Flesh Tower. I have no words. Let's do one more. Let me exit out and refresh the hyperlink. There we go. That was insane. We went from one crazy story to another. I have no words. That was definitely a weird trip. I feel like we were either drunk, high, or both during that whole story. And you know what? Let's flip-flop this. Jay, you are going to be our hero. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and those between. What should Jay's superhero power be? What's his magical ability? Oh, I cannot write that one down. That would have been bad. Y'all, what should we make Jay? What's his specialty? A therapist. Hmm. Welcome on in, Khan. How you doing? Able to fit large objects in his mouth. Let's see. So, able to fit large objects in his mouth. Okay. How about his hobby? I see you posting in the out of context. I see that pole dancing. Gotcha. Alright, your hometown name and your hometown world. We're gonna decrease the violence a little bit. We're gonna have the sex rating. Yep, 100%. Cliche, we'll make it like 5%. Ego, we're gonna bring it like 15%. Keep that low. Because that's just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Alright. What's your hometown? Give me a hometown and home world. Then we'll add in the people into the story. I will be the author of this craziness this time. Sausageville. Gotcha. And then your homeworld. I hope, Death, you and your flesh tower are doing well. Virgin Land? Oof. At the rate that this is going, nobody's a virgin in this story. That's deep. Maybe it's your first time? All right, Virgin Land it is. Gotcha, gotcha. All right, give me 4 people, 2 females and 2 males. Who do you want in your story, Jay? Ooh, no wonder my throat was all messy. The AQI is looking really bad right now again. At 122. We're at PM particle 2.5. The highest being carbon monoxide. I might have to turn on my air purifiers at max today. So you want Pika and Leah, all right, as your 2 females. Okay. Now give me your 2 males. We're going to put the relationships at random, as it should be. Death and Pickles. Oh boy. All right. All right, and who is going to be your infamous villain, your counterpart? Monster? Really? You want Monster to be the villain again? He makes a terrible villain. He's a bottom. He loves sending sassy gifts to you? Ah, gotcha. So this will be your vengeance. Gotcha. All right, and what is the item of your desire? Make it the hero's mother. Oh boy. It has to be an object, not a living thing. The grand sausage dildo. That's heavily specific, Jay. I'll put that in all big caps because it's a title. Alrighty. All that is good to go. Let's see. Uh-oh. Come on. Load up for me. Hmm. That one's anticlimactic. That broke. Come on, randomizer, randomize. Stop giving me the same stuff. Okay. All right, let's try this one. We'll do 2 stories for you, Jay. Sounds like a meaty night. I bet it does. All right, let's do rainbows. Yeah, this looks good. Okay. So whatever happens in the story, it is my fault. I am dubbed the author for this run. So this is the Legend of the Lost Hand Mirror by Crystal. One night, Jay had been drinking too much Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster. He felt really nice and enjoyed it very much. Then, all of a sudden, he saw a stranger walking. Not just any stranger, because real strangers don't exist. This one was evil. Jay ran into the stranger and hit them. It was Monster. How dare you, you villain. I kill you by murder. That's intimidating. Yes, we fight now. No, I will take over your body and R-word you. No, Jay screamed in agony, and he screamed a lot, you know. It really, really hurt. The pain, that is. Trust me, you'd scream hurt too. Our hero took his mighty weapon and went ballistic on him. But not before Monster plunged his monster erection into the nearest female. Ouch, said Pika's sister. Oh no, it was my friend, and my friend there is really a man. Wow. This went all sorts of was I drunk writing this? Maybe I was. I don't know. My friend, said Jay. You are a man, he said, and saying he did. Oh, that is good, said Jay. No, it is not. You see, I must kill you because of the instructions I got for the Mystic DVD case. But not today. With that, the villainous villain ran off into the sunset. Whew. Everyone who looked could see there was an undeniable, ravenous animal attraction between Pika and Monster. No one could deny it. No one except Pika and Monster, that is. They seemed blissfully unaware of their attraction to each other, unaware of their boundless, uncontrollable lust. Every time they met, they didn't show it. But everyone knew. Everyone knew what was really going on between them. A war of lust. And everyone knew that it was an unsuitable situation. No one wanted to be dragged into that war. Something had to be done. Or someone. But before everyone got themselves ready to go after Monster, there was one thing Jay wanted to take care of. He had to introduce Death to his parents. Author's note, he's gay. Read my other stories on how that happened. Oh no. Jay had been thinking for it for a long time, so this is similar to the Me and Death one. His parents were the worst, uppity, pathetic, and homophobic. But Jay had told them that he finally got engaged and he wanted to introduce Death to the family before they would make it official. Author's note, there is gay marriage in Virgin Land. If you want to know how that happened, read my other stories. Arg, Jay said while fishing. I can handle it, Death said while sitting next Nick while sitting naked next to Jay while stroking his bishop. We went from flesh tower to bishop. Are we naming our genitals after chess pieces? As I move in diagonals. Jesus. You don't know my parents, Jay said. I know, but if they created you, then it can't be that bad, Death spoke wisely. I know, but it's still ugh. Well, we'll go there and I'll press them, Death said manly, and then boned Jay hard in the arse. His finesse and strong muscles impressed Jay a lot. He doubted that he could show that to his parents, though. Then Jay snuggled deeper into Death's arms. He felt safe there. Jay knew that whatever would happen, Death would protect him. History repeating itself, huh, Death? The day of the dinner came. Jay and Death took a dragon to his parents. Sure, I get the steam train, you get the dragon. I see who you love more, Death. They came into the dining room and the table had already laid out. Ah, you finally arrived, Jay's mom said as she looked at Death. You're late. Was it a bad dragon or a good dragon? Well, up to you. It wasn't her fault. Death was always protective of Jay as he was. It was the weather. Again, gender naming again. Sure, Mom said, and she went back to the kitchen. Wow, Jay said. She didn't even shake your hand. Oh, well, Death said manly. Oh, gosh, that nonchalant way. Exactly the reason why Jay had fallen in love with the men. Jay was busy swooning over his fiancée when his dad came in. Boy, Dad said, and stared at Death. Death shook his hand politely. Ah, you're here too, Dad said to Jay. Help your mother out. It's time that the men have a conversation. Ugh, Jay said and went to the kitchen. He hated how his dad considered him less than a man, only because he was the girl in the relationship. He didn't mean that he wasn't manly at all. Jay, you're a bottom. It's okay. Then Jay's mother made him do all sorts of annoying, useless jobs. After all, as Mom said, people like them were inherently used to these sort of things. You are being called out. Then the dinner came. Jay was told to take the food. While Mom and Dad already sat down, Jay wasn't even allowed to see where Death went off to. But before he carried the first plate of food, he felt something weird, like a tingle down his back. Something was off, but Jay was too annoyed as parents. Then Jay carried in the meal, but no one was there. Instead, at the end of the table, Monster sat. Monster laughed at him. My, that apron looks lovely on you. Jay threw down the meal and flexed his muscles. Oh, he had been waiting for this moment. Not only was Monster going to feel the fullest extent of Jay's righteous fury, Jay could also unleash his frustration with his parents. He threw the dish at Monster like a disco, but as it hit his arch nemesis, it turned out it was a hologram. If you want to see your parents again, Monster said, come to my skyscraper. Jay felt conflicted. On one hand, he hated his parents. On the other, he still needed them for the wedding. Death came in and said, we should save your parents. All right, fine. In the middle of this all, finally, Pickles could stand it no longer. He found Pika and pulled them to one side. That's it. It's ruining the team. It's clear you can't function while Monster is around. What? No, I'm fine. No, it's very clear. You need to do the shagging with them. Everyone else in the room nodded at this. But doing the shagging with Monster, isn't that, wrong? Oh, sure it's wrong. Very, very wrong. But just because something's wrong doesn't mean it shouldn't happen, does it? No, I suppose not. Pico wandered off, thinking of the shagging. How will she introduce the idea to Monster? And would they accept it? Our heroes arrived at the Central District. How will we find where he is based in this big city? We will never find him. Maybe not. Look there. Behind them was a massive blimp sign with the Monster Corp scribbled on it in bold. Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated. You're giving me Doofenshmirtz vibes, Monster. You're Doofenshmirtz. So they found where he was and entered the mansion. As they entered, it was strangely and creepily abandoned. Come on, said Jay. And then they went in their way. Okay, he is sure to be in the penthouse suite in his cave network, said Pickles, pressing the correct elevator button. The elevator went up a few floors. Suddenly, there was a big bang on the roof. Down, shouted Leah. And they did, which is just as well, because seconds later, the hatch opened and a couple of ninjas with rifles pirated down. Oh God, what are we gonna do? Said Death. We gotta think fast, said Pickles. Okay. I know you don't like violence, Jay, but you have to do this. Do it for me, please, said Emerald. We got a random NPC coming out here. Okay, you're right. I know we have to fight them, said Jay, who did a massive, mighty super karate kick just as the first soldier landed, causing boobs to bounce, which knocked them unconscious. Knocked themselves out with the boobies. Nice work, but it's not over yet. Look! A massive minion appeared, but they killed him. Ding! They had reached the final floor. Pika finally found a moment to pull Monster away from the others to have a private moment. Pika, we have to do it. I know. My team told me as well. Apparently our feelings are causing problems for everyone else. So we agreed? We're finally let our feelings out of our cages of repression they have been caged in all this time? Yes, for the team. No, for us. Pika leapt on the Monster at that moment. The raging manticore they kept locked up finally unleashed. Pika and Monster quickly became a ball of body parts. Torsos, shoulders, and ankles all tangled together. Pika didn't know what bit to focus on, so she grabbed a spare purple helmeted warrior of love and dived in. More, whispered Monster to Pika. Their lovemaking was a sunrise of vaginas. It's like they were everywhere, inescapable. Not that either of them wanted to escape them. Things got messy from that point on. Nearby, the others occasionally heard various bodily function noises, but politely ignored it. This had been coming for far too long to ruin it now, and this team bonding was very much needed. So, you have come, said a voice booming from the sky. An eagle appeared above them. Monster laughed at it from it. Ha 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 ha. I could gun you all down from here with my laser gun, but I would rather do this personal style. He leapt down and landed at the far side of the rooftop. Ready? He said, still laughing. Jay removed his shirt and flexed his abs. Yes, I am ready. With that, they leapt at each other, metaphorical guns blazing, which were literal Webley revolvers. I kill you dead. Monster headbutted Jay in the chest. Jay fell backwards in pain, punching a few times before crashing to the ground. Ha 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 ha, laughed Monster. You could never have defeated me, so why did you even try? I had to, for all that is good and just in the world. Well, now you will die. Goodbye. Monster leaned over Jay, holding his... Well then, that escalated quickly. What you gonna do with that? What you gonna do with that? You're holding your flesh tower in your hands. What you doing with that? Quick, Jay, use this, said Emerald, chucking a nearby knickers towards Jay. Jay grabbed it and chucked it towards Monster hard, knocking him backwards, off the edge of the tall hut they were on. Goodbye, Monster. Have a nice fall. Arrgh. We are safe now. He fell to certain doom. Death and Pickles got out from the corner where they were cuddling. Thank you. You saved us all. Don't mention it. So they left the tower and went home. They lived happily ever after and had lots of kids. The end. So, kids, what did we learn today? That was a lot of twists and turns. Lots of twists and turns. Yep, we learned Monster's biggest weakness, women's underwear. Sorry. Women's knickers. We got to use the correct terminology here. Knickers. And Jay Jay bottoms to death. But now it looks like death has moved on and is cuddling with Pickles out of nowhere. And apparently had lots of kids afterwards. So where does that leave Pika? That leaves Pika lonely and frustrated. Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. Damn. Oh my god, Leah again. Jesus. She seems to be the center of all the sexy stories. Like, seriously. Oh, I don't know, Leah. That's a good question. Oh, goodness. Why does it keep repeating the same thing? There's more. Maybe I need to do this. Okay, this seems interesting. Let's do let's do some blood. So that's how your Friday's gonna be? Uh-huh. Alright, we'll see you later, Jay. You'll be able to catch this VOD later, sweetie. You'll be able to catch and read this one after you wake up. What is there for you? Night night, Jay. Thanks for being a good sport. Alrighty. I think this will be the last one. Okay. The Rescue of Death. A story by Crystal. Dear readers, I am writing this story because I love blank, but also because I want to tell an important message. Art should mean something, as it is a medium in which we express our meanings. For this reason, I've decided my art should carry an important social message as its subtext. I am sorry if this angers people, but it's something I feel in my heart of hearts is important. Stories not having meaning is the downfall of society, in my honest opinion. So please read and be inspired for change. Thank you, Crystal. In the darkness of that night, away from prying eyes and ears of those who would judge, some strangers slipped by unnoticed. But they were not strangers, they knew each other. And they knew each other much closer than any of their friends realize. They knew each other both inside and out, but their friends did not know this. Their friends could not know. Their friends should not know this. Nor could they know because it was night, and thus away from their vicious, judging eyeballs. Is it safe? Said the first stranger, who was not a stranger to the other stranger, but will remain a stranger for us at the moment. Convoluted, right? I think so. It's dark, so none of the others should see us here, even if they are nearby. I think our secret is safe. Good. I couldn't take their judgment right now. My life is too stressful as it is. If it wasn't for you, I don't know what I'd do other than off myself, of course. Don't worry, Crystal. I will always be here for you, waiting in the dark. Thanks, Pickles. I will always be waiting in the dark for you, too. And with that, the two shadows embraced, an embracement in the night full of kissing and nighttime joys. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was sexy times. For a moment, time seemed to slow down. Crystal wondered why. She turned around, slowly due to the time seemingly have slowed down. Then the explanation. Pickles was secretly looking at her in that special way. Crystal's soul lit up like a beacon in the night, even though it was day. In all of this mess, they had each other, even if each other was the only ones that knew. Pickles turned away at that moment. Time jumped back to normal as Crystal was no longer transfixed by Pickles. Fortunately, no one else had noticed. Let's see. Author's note. The story is about my own personal OC, Emerald. If you don't like OCs, don't read the story. On a cold September, after her great adventures, Emerald was wondering what to do that week. She had picked up her life from where she left it and wanted to make something from it. Then, all of a sudden, a strange woman appeared on Emerald's doorstep. She was hidden beneath a long cloak and had dirty brown nails on her fingers. Her dirty hair flushed down from beneath the cloak, and she had glowing eyes. "You are not who you think you are," said the strange woman. "What do you mean?" Emerald said. "You are not who you think you are," she said again with a mysterious crackling voice, like a bad radio transmission. "I still don't understand you," said Emerald. "Here, take this," she said and gave Emerald a reboot action figure. "If y'all don't know what reboot is, you're too young. Get out of here. Take this and give it to your parents or guardian. They will know what to do with it." And with that, she disappears before Emerald's eyes. Emerald was confused, but thought that she had to do something. But rather than going to her parents or her guardian, Emerald decided to show it to Pickles. "Oh, no," Pickles said. "You must forget about this." "Why?" inquired Emerald. "What do you know?" "I can't tell you, my dear Emerald. I didn't think it would be this soon." "What?" yelled Emerald. "Are you keeping things from me?" It's for your own good. You cannot know this," said Pickles. Before Emerald could do anything, Pickles had escaped her grasp. "No, damn it. When will I ever know the truth?" Emerald was feeling depressed. One of her best friends had abandoned and betrayed her. Wow, that's relatable. It hurt. So Emerald wanted to find Pika. After their adventure, Emerald and Jay had been spending a lot of time together. Emerald kind of started to like her. So Emerald went to Jay and told the whole story. He listened to Emerald without saying a single word. Then he said, "WTF, this is so big." And Emerald said, "I know. Do you know a way to find out what is happening? Why is everyone hiding things from me?" Jay sighed and said, "You have always been special, Emerald, and not just to me." "How do you know that?" Jay looked at the reboot action figures that Emerald had received and said, "It kind of looks like the Grand Sausage Dildo, doesn't it?" "It could be, but it might not be. But yeah, certainly it might be." "Hi, Tony. Happy V-Day. How you doing? How today been?" "Whatever it is, I could recognize it quite well, and I think," Jay said, "that perhaps the mysterious woman wanted you to find something inside of you." "Inside? Like my heart?" "No, don't be silly. Like a memory. Think about it. If Pickles lied to you, if your parents lied to you and now Pickles doesn't want to talk to you about your background, perhaps there is a hidden memory in your head." Pika's logic was flawless, so Emerald had to try it. So Emerald concentrated on the object immediately and she felt drawn to it. It started out as vague, fuzzy feeling, like when you wear glasses and there's a lot of moisture in the air and you see a bishop on the horizon. Here we go with the bishop again. But then it turned out that there was a secret memory hidden beneath the veil layer of self-loving in her head. And within that memory, a burning figure appeared. It was Monster. In hell. Emerald was confused. He didn't think the memory would be there, and yet it was there, burning like the heart of a newborn star at the center of the earth. Then our sexy, bloodthirsty gang knew what to do. They had to infiltrate Monster's phallic shaped volcano, but in order to do so, they had to wear a disguise. Emerald thought long and hard about the best disguise. They couldn't be too obvious or threatening because then Monster's guards could catch them. But they couldn't look too mundane because then Monster's guards would never let them in. They couldn't go naked as they were likely to be distracted by sex. No, they had to be clever. So Emerald came up with the best idea she had. They would dress up in gothic clothes. Jay's friends were a little skeptic at the idea, but they all agreed it was for the best. But where would they get the best gothic clothing to surprise the guards with? And welcome back, Gold. Pika knew exactly the best store to go to. T. Burton's. So they all went there in the dread of the night and took out the patrolling store guards with their silenced crossbows. Pow, pow, leaving only a single red dot on their forehead. Jay deactivated the alarm so that they could easily get into the store and take whatever they need in order to infiltrate Monster's headquarters. Emerald put on a nice tight red leather pants that made his trouser lumps stand out in an eye-pleasing way. Then a black tank top with My Chemical Romance logo on the back, and on top of it a nice long leather coat with blood red streaks on the side. Then she painted her nails black and used red blood to draw the little drips of blood on there. Pika wore a short red skirt with long stockings and had holes where the toes would go so she could still paint her toenails. And she also had a corset made from dragon's guts that looked awesome on her. Over this, all she had was a long leather coat. Jay also had cool clothes. Author's note, but I'm running out of imagination to describe it, so I guess he looks like Neo from The Matrix. I know it's an old movie, but those clothes look so cool. Finally, they were ready to face Monster, sometime later in their secret hideaway. I'm glad we found a way to survive all that and still be together. Yes, our plan seems to have worked despite all the events. Do you think anyone spotted us? No. No. Yes. Death emerged from the shadows of the darkness. I know everything, he said. Crystal and Pickles gasped. Their secret was finally revealed. I don't love pickles like you do, said Death, but I have always lusted a bit after them. So, you see, if Pickles spends the night with me, I will never tell anyone. There you go again, Death and Pickles again. Crystal breathed a sigh of relief. That was, after all, a reasonable request. They agreed to the bargain. Phew, that is something we can go along with, said Pickles, relieved. Death was happy, and Crystal and Pickles thus got to live happily ever after together, with no one but Death and themselves ever knowing. And this is where the story ends. Oh my goodness. So we didn't even get to fight Monster. It was just the end. With a happy throuple? Situationship? I don't even know what to call it. But yeah, that good laughters, guys. We needed that. With all the crazy shit that's been happening in the world, we needed some of this chaos and this craziness. That was much needed for today. So what'd you guys think? Which story was the best that you liked the most? I'm a bit biased because I liked the flesh tower one. For you, it was traumatizing, Leah. You seem to be in everyone's relationship. Almost everyone's relationship. Leah and Death was getting around. Very much so. That was pretty funny. But I hope everybody, all my Goshushin samas today, enjoyed it. Your story was kind of fun. It was, wasn't it? Um, whoopsie. I hope that our little Valentine's Day date was fun. I'm sorry I didn't prepare more. I was running out of time and it's been a hell of a week. Um, so next week there will be no streams, but keep an eye out on the uploads for Baldur's Gate 3 Dark Urge run-throughs. Please do check those out and like them and comment if you wish to do so. I will return to stream on my 25th of this month, y'all's 24th. Unfortunately, I will be extremely busy all week next week because I am teaching extra classes in the morning. Only for the week, though. This is not a permanent thing. This is just a thing I have to do for my boss to kind of placate him. So that way I can go ahead and request my time off for the summer. So apologies for the big gaping hole in my schedule for this month. But I promise that we will do what we can, provide more entertaining content for you guys. Everything is going to change. There's going to be some updates. And be on the lookout for any and all updates through my Discord. Okay? So if I'm posting any updates on anything, you guys in the Discord will be the first to know. And if you don't have my Discord, please feel free to message me or my moderators, and we will gladly give you a link to the server. Okay? I think with that, we're going to wrap it up here. I'm going to chill for the rest of the day and get out of this dress because I am cold. I've got goosebumps on top of goosebumps right now. It is too cold to be wearing this dress. So I suffered a little bit for you guys, so you're welcome. I will prepare some lesson plans today for the week next week, and then kind of just chill out a little bit today. I'll do a photo shoot. And I'll send you guys some photos in the selfies channel. All right, guys. Thank you again so much for stopping by and for hanging out with us. I hope you enjoyed the chaos as much as I did, because that was very much needed. So for those of y'all going to bed, please do get some sleep. Have some sweet dreams. I'll be chilling in the VC for a good chunk of the day, so you're more than welcome to pop in and hang out. All right. I love you guys. I hope you have a great rest of the evening. I hope you had a good Valentine's Day. And I hope a little bit of laughter, a little bit of light laughter kind of, help boost this day. I know a lot of people don't like Valentine's Day. It's kind of like a negative black smirch on the day because of being single and whatnot. But believe me, being single is not the end of the world, guys. There are worse things than being single. Okay, there are. I'm living proof of that. All right. But thank you guys so much for stopping by. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys coming in and showing your love and your support. There's no words to express my gratitude for you guys. If I don't say it enough, apologies. But I do appreciate you guys and every little thing you guys do. No matter what you guys do, I still appreciate it regardless. Thanks for watching, guys. And as always, please do like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all on the 25th, my date, 24th, your date. Annyeong. Till next time. Bye-bye, guys. Mwah.